Hey folks, welcome back to the Adirondack American channel. Glad you guys could stop by. I got a few things I want to show y'all. It's about our gloves. I can't really do a glove review because, well, they're my gloves, so it would be a little biased. But I want to start off and just show you guys some of our new gloves. Check these out. Alright, that should work. Alright, these here, these are our fingered mittens. Okay, they're a gauntlet. Okay, our regular mittens are different than these, and it's not just the cuff. Alright, and here you have your wool and rayon blend liner. It's 20% wool, 80% rayon. Rayon, I'm gonna be honest with you, I had no idea what that stuff was until I looked it up. So I looked it up, and it's basically a man-made natural fiber. And it's like, all right, it's got good insulating properties. Wool obviously does, right? So so I bought a couple yards of it. We tried doing that with our gloves, and it's spectacular. It's thinner and lighter than our old dark gray material, and it's warm AF, all right? Now, the key difference between these and pretty much any other mitten on the market, I don't know if I can, I probably can't show you, but inside here, let's see, yeah, you're not going to be able to see it, but inside up here, right here, there's fingers on the inside. So you have this bison leather. This is, you know, full grain. You know, there's no stucco filler, trust me. The seats in your car, if you have leather seats, to get that nice smooth pattern, that's usually cowhide that's been manipulated a lot to get that nice uniform look to it. This stuff here, this is North American bison, domestic from the States, and dude, it's tough leather. You know, this is tough stuff, and it stretches though too, like deer skin. Because goat skin, sheep skin, pig skin, you know, those are pretty common in like work gloves, and they make excellent work gloves, but they don't stretch. Deer skin stretches out a lot, but it's not quite as tough as, say, goat skin, you know, or sheep. It's tough leather, deer is, you know. White-tailed deer make excellent gloves, and the reason why they make such great gloves is basically because it stretches. It stretches to form fit around your hand. Same thing with these. You know, even though these are mittens, there's a lot of stretch to these. Oops, wrong hand. You know, but inside here, you have fingers. You know, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky. All these fingers are on the inside. What that does, interesting. It wraps your fingers in woolly freaking warmth, okay? They're awesome, okay? And then on top of that, there's another layer of this awesome liner. There's another layer of that goes across the top. It kind of ties them all together, so they're not all willy-nilly in there. Because when you typically, like our other mittens with the short cuff, they do not have the fingers on the inside. Those, hold up. Yeah, sorry, I got my GoPro. And it's kind of balanced on, excuse me, it's balanced on my backpack, and I had to move stuff around. But regular mittens, anyways, regular mittens, typically, you're going to wear some kind of a liner inside of them. You know, I get the military surplus wool. Dude, these are great. These ones here are actually way too big for me, but that's fine. I don't really care. I mean, it doesn't matter. They're liners. I wear them like these. I'll wear these under my mittens, or if it's not that cold out and I don't want the bulkier leather gloves, because our leather gloves, the Adirondack American Explorers, the regular lined gloves, have the same liner in them now too. Because I wanted to switch to this liner because I listen to people when I get comments, or people write to me, email me. If you go to the website, AdirondackAmerican.webs.com, there's a contact page that goes directly to my personal email. So if people contact me, like, I listen to people's feedback. An issue we were having with our gloves was that they were tight. And a leather glove is supposed to be It shouldn't be super tight, but it should be tight to where you, if you heat that glove up and you shove your hand in it, okay, as it cools off, it's going to form fit to your hand. That's what a higher end leather glove is supposed to do. So it should be tight, but it shouldn't be cutting off circulation. And honestly, if it's that tight, I mean, if you keep wearing them, you know, you're not going to rip the stitching out. If you rip the stitching out, get a hold of me, because we use really high quality thread. We use really high quality leather, and you shouldn't have a failure out of the box with these things under any circumstances. If there's a failure right out of the box, that's on us. Get a hold of me. We'll take care of that. I've only had, out of the hundreds of pairs of gloves that we've moved in the past year and a half, I think I've had I've had two. One was our fingerless gloves, which are awesome. Later on in the year, as it warms up, I'll probably do a more in-depth look at those. Because if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys see pictures of these, you know, once in a while. There's personal stuff on there, bushcrafty stuff, camping, hiking, whatnot. And, you know, it's, you know, you'll see them on there. But I want to do a video, and I wanted to do a video on these, well, because it's wintertime, right? But those I'll wait, and I'll wait till like April, you know, maybe, because that's when people start getting away from, you know, heavy gloves like this. But, so yeah, you got these. And actually, yeah, this here's our old original liner. This is going back a few years. I've had these for, God, 4 years, I bet. And I've beaten the living crap out of these things. And these are the trigger finger mittens. These could use some love. They're getting conditioners coming out of them. But yeah, these things are tough as hell. You know, these, you know, same deal. It's the Gauntlet. And a lot of people are like, well, I don't really like the Gauntlets, blah, blah, blah. All right, here, this is the deal. Okay, you get gloves that have the stretchy crap around the cuff, or you can get them with nothing, just a little bit of elastic. We do them with elastic too, like right across here. And that's pretty good. But if you want warmth, you really need your wrists closed in, right? You know, you don't want all that air going up into your, you know, kind of. Check it. You got veins right here, man. If your wrists are cold, it's detrimental to keeping you warm. Okay? So, boom. Gauntlet, okay? You're protected with all this leather, and then whatever you're wearing, whether it's, you know, one of my other coats, or this, or even a hoodie. You know, I've been out in a hoodie, you know. That goes down inside your gauntlet, okay? And that seals. Boom, seals everything. Boom, seals in your warmth, right? So that's the purpose behind the Gauntlet. It protects your wrists, and dude, it keeps you warm. So if you're on the fence, I don't know, I don't like gauntlets, blah, blah, blah. They seem big and bulky. Here's the other thing. Gauntlets, right? Like, oh man, you know, guess what? When you have that stretchy cuff material, because we can do gloves with that too. Like, we have a machine that actually makes those, okay? But I don't like using it on the Adirondack American brand is mine. And I don't like using that on my gloves, because that there, when you're going like this, it bunches, and it can get uncomfortable, you know. It leaves the stupid little lines on your wrists, okay, you know, because it's constantly hugging your wrist. You know, for what it's worth, this here is simple. It won't wear out. It won't rip. I mean, I've had these for 4 years. I've beaten the living crap out of them. You can see, if it's this one. Yeah, it's got to be this one. You can see some of the dig marks. You see that? That's from, my son was actually wearing these out on the snowmobile, where I was pulling them in a sled, and the ice was just hacking these things apart, but they're still here. Here's the other thing I get questions about, and I try to tell people, okay, the grommet. All of our gloves, yeah, I think all of our gloves have this grommet in them, okay? This grommet. I've had people get a hold of me and be like, well, the grommet fell out. I'm like, oh, okay. You send them back and I can repair them for you. Or if you want, go to the craft section at any department store or wherever and just get the, it's normal. I think these are 1/4 inch grommets, 3/8. You just replace it yourself. It's not that hard. Or send them back, you know, and I'll refund you the shipping and I'll fix it for you. No biggie. But a lot of people are like, oh, don't worry about it. I'll just fix it myself. But here's the thing. all but one, there's probably 4 or 5 people who have gotten back to me with this. All but one. One was actually just, you know, I use a press to press these in, and I must have messed up that pair, you know, 1 out of 1,000. So anyways, what this is used for, you put a piece of cordage through it. Don't put a carabiner through it, okay? This grommet is for a piece of cordage. This is just a piece of braided hemp cordage. But that way, when you go to hang your gloves up, they hang up. See? All right? If you put, and you can hang them off your pack, hang them up on a hook, you know, at your house or at camp or whatever. That way you know where they are, right? But do not, I cannot overstate this enough. If you run a carabiner through there, if you have one that's small enough to fit through there, you will eventually rip this out, okay? This is meant to have a piece of cordage. See? Boom. But if you guys got any questions or concerns or want to know more about these things, leave a comment. If you guys have gotten a pair of these or any of our gloves, leave a comment. Tell me what's up. Tell me you like them. You can go on Yelp. I started a Yelp business account for reviews, because our website, they used to have a spot for testimonials, okay, where people could say, oh yeah, we did this, they look great, you know, we like your stuff, whatever, you know, reviews. And they don't have it anymore. So for the longest time I was just like, whatever, I don't really care, you know. But these gloves aren't cheap, and like me, if I'm going to spend my money on something, like a good amount of money, like I want to look at reviews. I want to know what people think about it, other people, you know. So yeah, you know, you want to be able to check stuff out and see what other people have to say about it. You know, if you've gotten these and you liked them, leave a comment. If you got them and you're like, yo, these are the worst things I've ever put on my hands, what are you doing? Leave a comment. Whatever, you know, whatever. I like feedback. It gives me direction on where to go next or what to do, you know. You know, otherwise I just make stuff and see if people like it, you know. Or, well, hold up. I design stuff and see if people like it. My wife and the other seamstresses down at the shop do all the work, okay? The only thing I do, I put the conditioner on this, because the leather is actually a really light color like that. See that? And then the conditioner darkens it all up. And then I put the grommets on. I do that too, you know? So yeah. These here, you can wear these with a glove, you know, with a liner glove too, you know, if you're that worried about warmth, okay? But our regular mittens do not have the fingers. They're meant to be worn with a liner inside of them. So that way, you know, that's how mittens are supposed to be worn. Like, somewhere along the line, mittens went out of style, and like, it had to be like the 80s, like when I was a kid, you know. But mittens are warm. You know, if I need dexterity, I'll wear gloves. But if I need warmth, son of a gun, I'm wearing mittens. Mittens are so much warmer. I don't care what glove you have. You know, I mean, unless it's an electrically heated glove, you know, they make those. But if you just got a straight up glove and you got a straight up pair of mittens, if it's going to be 10 below zero, snowing, I'll take these, you know. Or these, for what it's worth. You know, I don't know if these are really good at 10 below. Well, I've had these down to 20 below and your thumb gets cold. But that, again, that's with our old liner, you know. We've come a long ways. This is the Generation 1 liner. This is Generation 3. Boom. And actually, hold up, before I let you guys go, our mittens are going to have another option for liner. We got the wool rayon, but I found some alpaca cashmere, and so I ordered a yard, and next week, so it'll be the last week in February, I'm going to have a pair of those made, a pair of these made for me with the cashmere lining, and I want to see how durable it is. Well, it's cashmere and alpaca, so I want to see how warm it is, and I want to see how durable it is. So expect that too. That'll be an option if you go to buy these. It's going to be a lot more expensive because the stuff's not cheap, and I got to see how easy it is for the girls who are cutting and sewing it. And see how easy it is for them to work with it too, because that's another big thing. Like, this stuff here is a lot easier for them to work with too. So I have to listen to feedback from them too. You know, what works, you know, what doesn't. So, but enough about that. You know, get outside, enjoy the snow. I'm out here on my sled, so I brought my pack. I'm gonna have some lunch, and I don't know. hang out, enjoy the weather. It's freaking beautiful out. So, till next time, thanks for tuning in. I know it's been a while. I have a lot of stuff in the works, and you guys will see as it comes, all right? Thanks a lot, guys. See ya.